Good morning everyone and welcome to today's IP class. Yesterday we discussed about identity theft, then what kind of identity theft can be and what if a thief has stolen an identity, what kind of crimes he can commit, then how to protect ourselves from this identity theft. Now next what we're going to discuss today is the gender issue while teaching or using computers. Now what is this all about, gender issue? Gender, when we say, we talk about only male and female. So gender issue while teaching or while using computer means the subject computers is almost introduced from the very lower class in each and every schools, and it becomes one of a major subject in the high school or high secondary schools, because some of them are going to take it as a career subject. But then also there are some gender inequality there. So while teaching computers, there are many gender specific issues that must be addressed to enforce gender equality in computer science education. So we also face some these kind of problems. So let's talk about these today. So we'll talk first about the gender issue. Now gender issues means, here what happen is, suppose taken a very simple example, a teacher is there, a computer science teacher is there who is a teacher in a co-educational schools. Now the teacher said that in the class of the subject computer science 60 to 70% are boys and rest are girls. Now what does that mean? It means that if there are student of 10 students are there in his computer science class, then from there 7 are boys, only 3 are girls. Why this is happening? This is what we call as underrepresentation of girls, is one of the major issue here. So let's discuss some issues, these kind of issues under this. So first one what we discussed is under representation. Now what is under representation? Under representation means, especially in India, what happened is, it's commonly observed that girls are underrepresented in computer science studies. Why? Because there is a kind of we can say faith there, or it's not actually the word called faith, there is a kind of thought is there in many of the parents in the back of their mind, that computer science subject or technical subjects are not actually meant for girls. So what happened is, a leading engineering institution of India has reported also few days like last year, a report is there that there has been about 17% of girls represented in computer science engineering in the recent years. This is the last year report, and that is a very sad news actually. So there are many factors which affect our underrepresentation, which is actually the reason behind this. So what are those factors? The first factor is preconceived notions. Now what do you mean by preconceived notion? Just now what I said is, there is somewhere a kind of thought at the back of the mind of many of our parents, that is called the preconceived notions. Preconceived notions actually what says is, notions like boys are better in technical things and girls are always good in humanities. So these kind of notions are called preconceived notions, where from the family itself, the parents have always put this thought in the girl's mind that you have to, at the end of the day, you have to raise a family. So don't put yourself into such a challenging career by taking this kind of technical subjects. So go for an easy subject so that your life will become easy, so that you can take care of your family, you can give more time to your family, because ultimately she has to raise a family itself. So that's why what happens is, parents here itself play a very important role when they have to decide about subjects. Why? Because they only can make their children understand that what is good for them. The next one is the lack of interest. Now why this topic comes here, lack of interest. Now lack of interest is what is like, during the primitive years, children often play games on computers. Nowadays also, many of the children play games on computers, but I think you people can easily guess from all those children how many are actually boys and how many are girls. You'll find that almost 80 to 90% children are boys who are playing on computer or mobile phones or maybe with any other playstations, while girls are busy with some other kind of games but not so much in touch with the computer games or the mobile games and all that. So what happens is girls always keep themselves busy with some other kind of games which they can play inside the home itself with many other things, but boys always they make themselves centric to the interest in computers. From there itself the lack of interest like it settles somewhere in the girl's mind. Then the next one is lack of motivation. Now what is lack of motivation is, here again it is like girls are pressurized to choose a career which will give them work-life balance. Work-life balance is again same, it's similarly like girls should not go for a technical kind of line where they have to work 24/7. There is no timing because ultimately they have to raise a family, they need to give time to their families and all that. So here what happen is the parents itself play a very big role where they don't want their children to, especially the girl child, should not be in this field, and there this happens is the lack of motivation for the girl child. And the next one is lack of role models. Now here I can give you a very easy example to make this point clear. Lack of role models, it means suppose you take an advertisement where take an advertisement of some washing powder or maybe some kind of other things where they are showing some scientists who are testing the things, and where you will find out that only one or two is a lady scientist, other all are male scientists. So from there this happens, that lack of role models. They don't have so much of role models in their field. The girls don't have so much of role models in this field, in the computer science field. So from there itself their lack of interest arise, and there itself the interest level goes down, and all this happen. The next one point is lack of encouragement in class. Now what is lack of encouragement in class? It's like since in a class itself the girls number are always less in comparison to the boys number in most of our schools, especially in India. So what happen is the less number of girls means the lesser peer encouragement automatically is there. And also sometimes what happens, some teachers pinpoint on their roles in society, such as girls will get married and may not take up it as a career, and all this may play a hindrance, and girls will not develop, they do not develop as much how they want, and there itself their interest level comes down, and there is what happens is the lack of encouragement also happens. The next issue what we are going to discuss is, first one was underrepresentation. The next gender issue what we are going to discuss is, it's not girl friendly work culture. This is the next issue. Now what is not girl friendly work culture? Not girl friendly work culture means, what happen is, in most of the offices or in schools also, in wherever it happens, you will find out that, or it has been observed that in schools if you take, or if suppose a teacher make a group of 2 girls and 4 boys, so what will happen is, and they are supposed to do a project, what will happen is the boys will always under pressure them, and they will always overshine. Why? Because there are big more in numbers. So what will happen is the 2 girls always keep themselves bound, and they will feel shy, and they will not take part actively in the project or any other kind of group work. So what will happen is, there itself this problem arises, that the not girl friendly work culture. Even girls are given separate computers to work. If this also has been observed, that if girls are also given a separate computers to work on, they feel shy. And what is the reason is, the problem mentioned by the girl sometimes is that insufficient access time. I did not get much time to access the system. I have a difficulty with insufficient peripheral devices, etc., which is available, and difficulty with maintenance and all. So these are the main two issues with the gender issues while teaching or while using computers, especially with the feminine gender. So with this, I would like to wind up this session. Please be ready with the second session, where I am going to discuss the solutions for this and another few points. Thank you, everyone.